Hello everyone and welcome to Walt Disney Wednesday. Now this is the fourth time I've tried to record this video because I've tried so hard to actually voice my opinions on this particular subject, and I am filming this on the Tuesday night and I'm going to be editing this on the Tuesday night before everything else gets released, so wish me luck. There's one particular thing that I noticed while I was in Walt Disney World that kind of bothered me a little bit. Not specifically Walt Disney World, but actually Universal Orlando. Now I hadn't been there for about 5 years when I just went on this last trip, and I'd only been to Islands of Adventure, had never gone over to Universal flagship theme park, if you will. But I finally got to go, and I noticed that there was something very interesting about that the attractions there. While there are some really fun attractions there, like, not gonna lie, there were some really good ones, but there was also a couple that just kind of stopped me in my tracks to the point where I was telling my family, they're like, oh, how about this one? I said, no, don't do it. It's basically this one. It's almost exactly the same thing. So obviously, what is the complaint that I have? My complaint is that Universal tends to favor stadium seating 3D attractions over building an actual physical experience from start to finish, which kind of bothers me a little bit, because if you really want to get people coming back, I think taking the time to actually build the physical real-life sets is pretty damn awesome. And I mean, I'm in relation to something like Avatar or Flight of Passage and Pandora, because it is almost exactly like what you would see in, like, let's say Simpsons. It's a perfect example because they both have multi-layers, and then you kind of just go into one, you share one screen, which is pretty interesting. But what I liked about Avatar Flight of Passage was that from the second you entered into the gate, or entered into the line, all the way to the very end, it was fully themed to the story. It was actually fully built. It felt like you were actually in a research lab out in the woods or the jungles of Pandora, and then from there the story just made sense. Like, there was a pre-show that kind of worked with what was happening in the story, and then actually getting onto your bench, which also, when you get connected to your avatar, the Banshee starts breathing and you can feel it in your bench that you're in, which is super cool. And as you're flying, you can feel the wind against your face. Anytime you pass the ocean, you'd feel the mist, and the sense would change and consistently alter depending on where you were in Pandora. Whereas something like let's say, for instance, Kong Skull Island, you are sitting on the Jeep and you're in the jungles of Skull Island, but never once did I smell anything. Never felt like I was made to feel like it was actually Skull Island. Nothing of the sort, which kind of sucks, because I think Universal's missing out on something that could really compete with what Disney has to offer. And I think the only thing that can really get close to that are the two Harry Potter attractions, Forbidden Journey and Escape from Gringotts, because for Forbidden Journey, it is actual physical sets, and then you are encased in this bubble of a screen that then follows you, then takes you to the next thing and scene. And then from there you've got Escape from Gringotts, which is really cool because then it took a roller coaster aspect and then it angles you, which scared the shit out of me, to be honest with you. And then it kept moving and kept going, and it added a huge amount of thrill. But it kept moving, but there was no like smells or anything, but the thrill was definitely there. And I'm glad that that's something that is being upkept. But I do feel like Universal could do more. So I want to know from you in the comments down below, what are some of your thoughts about some of the attractions that Universal is releasing? Are they up to par with what Disney is doing? Maybe, maybe not, who really knows? I'd love to hear your comments. And thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Walt Disney Wednesday. If you liked the video, please do not forget to like and subscribe down below. If you liked my content and would like to see more, please visit any of those videos on the sidebar. And don't forget to click the description down below for any of my social media handles. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name is Forrest, and remember, pink cake, peace!